What's going on, guys? Myth here with another war recap. This war we went up against Guerreiros. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing that correctly. It means warriors, so that was kind of cool. It was a pretty slightly unnerving war. It was a pretty crazy matchup, which I'll get into in a little bit. But we ended up with that victory. Pretty hardcore, 70 out of 75 stars to 62 with a 95% destruction. So we crushed them harder on percent than we did on stars, which was kind of sad. We could have gotten a couple more stars. We left some on the board. But we had some really good attacks overall. They were mostly a Go Weeva clan. So I guess transitioning from, that P.E.K.K.A.s to the Valks, which did get them, some better percent and whatnot, but ultimately they still mostly just two-starred. Let's see, Jim's here at the start, but that was a dip, and then you can kind of just see 2 stars pretty much on all the nines, and then this is where the big dips started to come down. Number 4, number 9, stuff like that. But they did okay. They were at a big disadvantage though, so I felt slightly bad for them. We had 3 Town Hall 10s, Paul K and myself, and they only had 2, so they were at a 1 Town Hall disadvantage. And then somewhere down here in the bottom, I don't know, I think it's around 16, 17, they were also at a 1 Town Hall 9 disadvantage. So we were plus 110, plus 1 9, which really hurt. Which made the war interesting on our side because then we were short 2 Town Hall 8s. But, it's better to be short, higher up than down low. But it was really interesting because it made the Town Hall 8s look pretty bad. I mean, they held their own. They did a good job about what they normally do, so I'm not knocking them or anything. But because there were 2 extra Town Hall 8s on their side, we had to send quite a few Town Hall 9s down to dip, which is okay. If you have the advantage higher up, then just realize early on that you need to dip, set those attacks aside, which is what we did. We recognized it early, and we told Finn, Puck, Radar, and Vash that at least one of their attacks was going to be in dip mode, so kind of hit whoever you want for your first one, but be prepared to dip on your second. So that was kind of our general strategy, and it ended up working out. So yeah, it was good times. Normally, I don't show 2 stars on Town Hall 10s, but as I level up, as K levels up, as our other, Town Hall 10s level up, we're starting to face tougher and tougher Town Hall 10s. So 3 stars are becoming more rare. So I might just start to show regular high percent 2 star 10s. I'll try to stick to 3s, but, I'd like to show some Town Hall 10 every war, even if it's not a 3 star. And this one was kind of special, not only because it was done by me, but because I used bowlers very successfully for the very first time. Obviously not getting a 3, but it's okay. So we're just going to speed through this real quick here. Use 2 hogs to get the lure. Drop my queen with 4 healers on her. CC comes out, first poison, second poison. I'd saved a rage for the queen originally, but because the CC kill was perfectly out of range of any defenses, I really didn't need it. I got a baby drag going on the right to do some nice funneling. King tanked, wall breakers in, and here come a boatload of bowlers with 3 healers on them. Jump spell to get into the first Inferno compartment, froze the Inferno, and 2 expos really nice. This is where my rage should have gone down. I didn't realize it till later because they took forever to get through all this. The King stops them, a little bit of trash, some skeletons. That Inferno did work with some of the flanking defenses picking off bowlers. And I already lost like half my bowlers just from that first compartment. So, side note, rage earlier. Drop my rage, they take out the side defenses. Good freeze on there, take out the queen. You can see under rage, the bowlers took out the heroes much, much more quickly. Take out that, but the bowlers just ran out of steam. I think I might have been able to drop a healer for maybe some more bowlers or some more flanking side defenses. I'm not really sure. But my queen just continues to work all the way around the map and eventually get a high percent 2 star. So that was our first real, I'd say probably attempt at bowlers in our clan. We've mostly been doing Valks, which are completely great and effective, but in some of the more high-end war type stuff, it's starting to switch to bowlers with the recent buff from 8 camp space to 6. So we're trying to incorporate them into our clan, keep up with those competitive high war guys. In this replay, there will also be, or in this recap, there will also be quite a few baby dragons. I just mentioned it there a little bit. Some people were using it very successfully, some people were not. I will try to point out throughout the replays who used it successfully, who didn't, and kind of more optimal use of it, I guess you could say. Some people used it extremely successfully. So here comes Jim. He's new to our clan this week. Great start. Six pack, I think fresh six packs too. Um, and he really smashed it. Bring the variety too. One he used a queen walk on, one he didn't use a queen walk on, so showing some really good versatility. Did a nice quad quake there to get into a couple different compartments because it's going to be a little bit slow moving. He's only got 5 Valkyries. It's mostly hog. And this was really sweet is if you guys bring quakes, more than likely you're not bringing poisons. So you use that rage they kind of act as a poison substitute. Rage up your kill squad, queen, wizards, whatever, and that helps take out the enemy CC, plus also, tears through some high hit point buildings and whatnot. A balloon still following him around finally goes down, sends in the hogs on the side, and where all the hogs converge, he has one heal spell waiting. Really nice job there. More hogs come in the side, and at this point, it's just cleanup. So really good job to Jim. Nice start to being in the clan. Hope to feature you on the channel more. Up next is Biscuit Keeper. This was far and away the best used of baby drags. This baby drag that he drops got MVP baby drag of the war. It was outstanding. Biscuit recognizes that most all of these air defenses are pretty set back from the side, so he's able to trail a baby drag down the left side and down the right side and pretty much take out the whole side all on its own. He drops a couple golems here to tank the Teslas and some other defenses. And there's this baby drag right here is MVP. So watch that baby dragon throughout the whole attack. He's got another one on the right hand side that works its way down as well. He's got the golems there. They kind of he had a little wall breaker fail, but stuff starts to head in. He's got 3 golems spread really nice and wide with wizards and heroes backing it up, just kind of doing a slow push in. In come the Valks, and he identified that it's a mostly ground CC. So there you go. He's got that jump to connect quite a few compartments. Without a poison, the balloons can be slightly risky, and I normally recommend a rage like you saw in Jim's last attack. But, yeah, you see that balloon kind of getting away from him. But eventually some wizards and some queen track it down and get to it. The golems slowly just work their way through the base. But as normal, the Valkyries kind of run ahead of the golems and get themselves killed, which is very sad, but he's got enough pushing through on this base that it's okay. He's still got 2 golems. One wedges itself down there between 3 defenses, 4 if you count the mortar. That baby drag is still going. So you got the queen just backing up behind a golem and just pointing off. Killing defenses, slow and steady. And then the golem redirects to the last couple of defenses, picks up the archer and the wizard tower there. Baby dragon still going. The baby dragon was amazing. So that's kind of what you look for with the baby dragon, is keep it away from everything else. You see here he kind of sort of mistakenly drops a minion, and the baby drag becomes unraged right there. It's about 3 tiles where the baby drag needs to be away from other troops in order to continue to be raged. So if you're using it, keep it away from other air troops to get the most out of it. Really nice biscuit, best use of a baby drag I have seen to date. Up next we have Kit here hitting number 10, doing a beautiful double jump, double heal. Sends in 2 hogs for the lure, which is perfect because 1 hog most of the time just doesn't get out. A bunch of archers, bunch of minions, whatever. Send in 2 hogs. I know it sucks a little bit on the camp space, But send in 2 hogs, get that lure the majority of the time. Unless you already know there's Lava Hound and, like one or something. Does a little poison dance there. Archers, wizards, kind of just moving them back and forth, finish stuff off. Really nice. This was one of the uses of the baby dragons that I didn't really agree with, because you had a golem tanking and there was already wizards there anyway. I mean, it kind of sort of sped up, taking out the buildings, but I'm not really sure. You actually got it to go in, so that was good, but eventually the Valkyries kind of strayed anyway, so you want to use baby dragons away kind of from everything and on their own, since they're so tanky. I think they have like 1200 hit points at level 1. So just keep them away from stuff, and don't, if you're already going to drop a golem and a wizard, put the baby dragon somewhere else. Because if there's already a golem there, you can already drop wizards and just save camp space. But really nice getting both of those double giant bombs with the first jump and then heal, and then the second jump and the heal. And you pretty much heal exactly where the double giant bombs are, since they're going to do a lot of damage to all your troops, and you're going to be taking damage from defenses anyway. So it's pretty easy spot to know where to heal is pretty much right where your jumps are. So really good job to Kit though overall, and good to see people using and experimenting with the baby dragon. Cleanup was their last platform. Good job, Kit. Next up is Thunder Work. There we go. Who came at this quite interestingly. I didn't. It was a great attack. I don't want to take anything away from it. It was kind of, the Go Weeva thing, which I haven't been a big fan of. I think this was mostly successful because of that awesome Quake. He opened up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 compartments with that Quake. And he got really lucky. This was a fresh hit. He came at this exactly where the Tesla farm was. So his golems and his wizards were able to take out a large chunk of the DPS upon entry, which helped a lot. If that Tesla farm had been in one of those back compartments that he didn't really have access to, I think he might have been screwed. But he had a beautiful Quake, which opened up a whole lot. He sends in quite a few Valkyries, some of which walk, some of which redirect back to kill the queen. He's got the CC clan castle troops there to deal with, where some wizards step up and take out the balloon, which was kind of fortunate, a little bit lucky, but he made it work out. And double bombs, really nice heal spell, where you want to drop the heal spell to where the Valks are going to as they beat through the wall. He got, it really helps too. This attack is quite a bit more successful on lower level walls. So these are only level 8, which is Town Hall equivalent walls, which level 4 Valkyries just completely tear through. Even not under a rage spell, it's carnage. So not a big fan of the attack still, as there's no defense targeting troops, but it was successful. He made it fit, so I like it. Next up is Snake Eyes, hitting number 13 here. This was another baby dragon use, which this one was probably the least useful of all of them, if I remember correctly. That was a 3-star. There were quite a few that were used and were not 3-star attempts, so I'm not going to bother to go back through all those and show them. But this one, or maybe I'm thinking of a different one. I'll have to watch. There we go, baby dragon. Oh yeah, and then the golem comes down anyway. So again, if you're going to try to funnel with a baby dragon and you're eventually going to drop a golem with some wizards to the left and the right anyways, the baby dragon isn't really useful because the golem with wizards would have done all that anyways. So if you want to speed it up, just bring 1 or 2 extra wizards and you're still saving on camp space compared to the baby dragon. Again, you want that baby dragon somewhere else. Use it for cleanup when all the defenses are dead. Use it somewhere else. Really nice double poison there with the jump connecting quite a few compartments across the clan castle. The balloons just sit in the poison. Double poison works really, really well on any clan castle composition that does not have a dragon. Anything else dies pretty quickly. The loons, the minions mainly, they just sit in a double poison, and it doesn't take them very long to die from the poisons. Whereas either dragon, even a baby dragon, but mainly a big dragon, has to sit in that poison for quite a while, a good probably 10 or so seconds in order to die out. And most of the time, the troops are moving so quickly, the dragon doesn't get to sit in it so long. But if you just have loons, minions, stuff like that, they don't have to sit in the poison very long in order to die. So if on your entries you're considering, double poison and it's not a dragon in there, double poison on entry without a lure, really safe, you're good to go. So he just did, some heals, worked his way around the base. Good job there. Hogs come back for the cleanup. Nice job, Snake. Just like to see you improve a little bit on that baby dragon usage. But again, this is kind of like the first war that people had the baby dragon unlocked, and people are experimenting, and that's okay. Let's see, we already did 13. Next up is Radar. Radar's been one of our new recruits. I think I've had him 1 or 2 times, and he's been really, really consistent for us. I think this was a fresh hit 3-star. So here come 2 golems, spread a little bit. Could have been spread maybe a little bit wider, tank some different defenses, but it's okay. But what I really liked about this is he sent in the 2 golems, he sent his heroes behind, and then again the double poison right there, and the golems got out in front and took all of the damage. So as you see those balloons pass through the poison, they just die. So that was really, really nice. And then here come the hogs in on the side while some of the defenses are distracted a little bit. And what was awesome about this is he's kill squad picked up 1 double bomb, and the next double bomb is right here next to the Archer Tower Expo. But he hits it kind of sideways and one at a time. So he hits one, triggers it, heals back up, hits the next one, triggers it. So even if you have a double giant bomb, if you identify that you can hit them one at a time, if it's like kind of bad positioning, go ahead and do that. Totally cool. I know Rick's done it in the past. I think Biscuit's maybe done it once, I'm not sure. But Radar does it here just awesomely. So bad positioned double giant bombs, go ahead and hit them sideways. He drops the cleanup wizard on the end there. Hogs are on the opposite side, just like we talk about. And everything kind of works its way into the middle. Really nice job, Radar, there with the double poisons and the, just being patient on your heroes, letting them get in. And then hitting the double giant bomb one at a time. Excellent hog execution. As I talked about in the beginning, we had quite a few Town Hall 9s that we knew we needed to come down and dip, and that was perfectly acceptable as we planned for it. We knew it was going to happen. So of all the dips, this was kind of the best one. I just wanted to go over it again just to reiterate kind of what's supposed to happen. Double zap Quake. Take out 2 air defenses. He could have gotten away probably with 1 Quake to hit there. Quakes have 8 tiles, so I believe it's 4 tiles between air defenses, and your Quake will hit both of them still. So, but he takes out 2, leaves 1 air defense, and then he starts to use his heroes to create the funnel for the dragons, which isn't necessary by any means, but just kind of helpful. I like to save them for cleanup, but ultimately it doesn't really matter. Really great timing on that level 4 Hound, which makes this attack even better now at Town Hall 9 hitting Town Hall 8. The dragons come in, that Hound takes the air defense, couple bombs, takes the CC. The only thing that I would improve on for this hit is coming from behind the air sweeper is generally makes for a smoother attack, but as you can see, he has so many dragons alive, still just completely crushed it. We had a lot of Town Hall 9s coming down to 8s that did different things. The only one that I didn't really like that was absolutely super close is one person sent their Hound all the way across the map to pick up all of the Seeking Air Mines that, where he zap quaked, there's probably an air mine at each, and he sent the Hound all the way across the map to pick up those 2. So when his Hound got to the 3rd air defense, it pretty much just exploded and died. That was the only thing. He still got the 3-star. It was a little bit closer than this, but Those are the general things you want to do. Double zap quake. If you can get away with one quake, do it. And then just send in your hound as your dragons get there. Tanks to CC, tanks to air defense. Good to go. Alright, and last but not least, I apologize for being a little tardy on this and keep forgetting about it. The most heroic defense this time lines up pretty much with what was in the game. Their number 3 came down and tried to smash our number 13. So a Town Hall. Yeah, he's only Town Hall 9. Their top Town Hall 9 coming down to 13, one of our lower Town Hall 9s. And it just didn't go so well. He has an okay Quake there. I think he could have gotten away with a jump, but he did the Quake, which means he did not bring any poisons. He drops one Golem, which tanks a couple of defenses, drops the second Golem, not tanking anything, except the mortar, which really isn't important. It takes like 4 or 5 shots from a mortar to kill a wizard, so not the best use there of a second Golem. Some wizards, heroes behind, everything's still looking okay. Comes in, engages the queen, drops a heal spell. This is where it kind of went wrong. The CC comes out, witches, loons, pops the queen ability right away, takes out the loon, and between all the defenses that are in there, plus the CC, plus, the enemy heroes, it didn't work out. And his kill squad just gets evaporated. Plus, on the opposite side, he sent his hogs straight into a double giant bomb, and that was the end of it. So, guys, I know in some of the attacks you saw a heal spell work when you're using quakes and don't have a poison spell. I really kind of don't recommend it. If you know what you're doing, obviously, always do whatever you want. But I think a rage spell on entry to kill the kill squad at Town Hall 9 is much more effective. So there you go, guys. That's this war recap. I apologize for it being a little bit long, but it was a 25 on 25 war, so there was a lot more content and good attacks that I wanted to show. As always, please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you very much.